What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Gizmo, say hi to YouTube. So we have a serious discussion to talk about. He wants his daddy. So someone has offered me quite a lucrative amount of money. Let's just call it, for sake of argument, $8,000, which is what they offered, for my Warcraft setup. These four incredibly cool, incredibly detailed 1/4 scale statues. So currently, this room consists of video games and DBZ. We have MK, dedicated setup, one of my favorite universes. 3 shelves of MK with 1/4 and 1/3 above, and busts that kind of separate out anything that's not 1/3. There's no other 1/3s in here outside of the MKs. And I really love these 1/3 MKs. Like, they're the best of the best for MK. So I don't ever really want to sell them. Of course, if I hypothetically sold all the 1/3s, I could downsize MK to probably these 2 shelves and free up a shelf. Well, definitely. I mean, if you brought that above and did the bus, yeah, that'd be easy. But yeah, we're not doing that. We got this main wall, which is going to be Last of Us, God of War, Witcher, Resident Evil, Horizon Zero Dawn. We have a glass shelf here, kind of like overflow, as well as... in reality, it shouldn't be here. It should just be open for less clutter, more walking space, and so forth. I've removed it. I've put it back because I want statues. And this display, as you'll notice, is lowered. Bruce Lee's gone right now. I put Devil May Cry above, but that will eventually go back down low as soon as we get Nemesis and Jill, which, we'll display it as the Dio.
At the front door.
With Nemesis there, Jill there. I could also do it this way, depending which angle of the Dio I prefer. And if the dog doesn't fit for some reason, I think it should, but if it doesn't, I could always display the dog in this display, like in the middle or to the side. Although I'm quite confident, looking at the dimensions, I should be able to fit the dog, to the left or right of Jill, or even in front, angled towards her. And my kind of initial plan was to put Tomb Raider down low right there and do Uncharted there, which I don't know if the Uncharted will fit perfectly on this display. I can fit Tomb Raider, but it's very tight and it's kind of dangerous for walking in, and so I don't know how good Nathan Drake will look. I think it'll look good next to Last of Us, both Naughty Dog. I just don't know how good it will fit. Height-wise, we're fine. Width, I can always scoot it more to the left. Not sure on depth. Nathan Drake is leaning out, but he is leaning this way. And then, of course, you got the Zelda display. Warcraft is, obviously, if you know what Warcraft is, it's originally a video game, a PC game that they made into a movie. For me, the movie is incredible. I absolutely love it. Every time I watch it, I really enjoy it. I love the music. I love the cast. I love the story. I love the action. It's an incredible movie. Me and my wife watch it all the time. We love it. I have the 4 main orcs: Duratan, Orgrim, Doomhammer, Blackhand, and Gul'dan. Now, so more or less kind of like the 2 good guys and the 2 villains. So it looks really good, no doubt. They are huge. As you see, next to other just like 1/4, these are like huge statues, like bigger than a Hulk 1/4. They're basically almost 1/3. So they're huge. So not only are they incredibly big, but they're also incredibly detailed with real like hair, like hand punched. Well, I don't know if it's hand punched, but real hair. You got like real ropes, this giant like dragon type thing going down him, real chains, real leather. It looks like it's metal. The weapons are huge and just so freaking badass. It's not even funny. Look at all these skulls. Look how cool these are. All these different skulls inside of his horns. He is 39 inches tall to the top of that ridiculously big axe. It's just like insanely cool and detailed. There's like over 140 of these on him, and they're all individually different, which is crazy. Plus, he also has a light up with a breathing effect. So it's just like, these are honestly, for me, the 4 best, like, 1/4 scale statues in my collection. Like, I don't know of another 1/4 that truly tops this. You know, like, if you just look at just the character, you know, compared to any other 1/4 character in my collection, you know, like, just Kratos. Like, Kratos is super detailed and cool, but he's not as detailed and as big as those guys. Broly is one of the closest, and Thanos in terms of size. However, Broly's a very simple character, just a shirtless dude with some pants and a robe around him. Like, he's very simple. Very detailed, yes, but that is more detailed, like far more intricate. Thanos is big and intricate, but these are definitely superior. So these are, in my opinion, the best 1/4 scale, like, detailed big statues out there. You know, plus orcs are super cool looking. So then again, we're getting offered $8,000, which in this economy is extremely rare to have someone offering you, you know, close to $10,000 for some statues. And it's not payment plan, folks, and it's local pickup. So no worries of damage, cash on pickup. So literally just give me $8,000 in cash. And, you know, I would also, these are 2 boxes each, so it'll also give me a lot of box space, which I need. However, we're also giving up some of the best statues in the collection. So it's a huge dilemma of mine. I'm like, okay, I absolutely love these statues. I love everything, like, they're from the universe. I love orcs. They're super, super cool. You know, they are a little bit out of place, I will say. You know, like, it would be, you know, if you want everything to, like, match, it would be better to just have, like, more video game statues more in line with, like, these and these. You know, which is, I'm going to show you a Photoshop. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to just, like, sell this for $8K and then spend $8K on other statues to replace these that are not even close to as good, if you know what I mean. So what I'm thinking is, if you sell this, you got to use that money really towards just pre-order, so I don't have to, you know, worry about how am I going to afford this in the future. But, you know, we would want to put Tomb Raider right there. Raise Jin, because he really should be a top shelf. He's such a good statue. Do Uncharted there next to Tomb Raider. And then do Kratos, you know, which I just put there for right now, because he looks obviously much better up high. And then remove this glass shelf. I mean, I can keep it there if I want to. But if we remove it, then we could just do Halo right there. And then we could get Gears of War Marcus 1/4, or just put Master Chief's helmet and have that as a Halo only display. If I want it to match like 2 and 2, 2 and 2, we'd want to get the Gears statue to make it, you know, look good and match. That is a cheap alternative where we technically only have to buy a Gears of War statue, which I could buy for $480, and that leaves me $7,540 left. To, like, one, I could just put it towards my Tesla. I still have $22,000 to it. Or I could just put it towards pre-orders. You know, like, I got a lot of pre-orders coming soon. Granted, I have been getting some commissions at work, and I have other statues I've been selling to fund those pre-orders. But it would be really nice to just throw that $7,500 into my statue savings account. So when time comes to pay for Khaleesi, Thor, Bellbust, like the big hitters, you know, the money's there and no worries, no scrambling, if you know what I mean. But I still should be able to afford all those regardless if I sell these or not. And here's the fact as well. I have not seen any of these for sale outside of Golden in the last 5 years. I've seen them for sale twice. That's it. And when he has been for sale, it's usually for $3,000. I've never seen Blackhand, Durtan, and the only Orgrim Doomhammer I ever saw for sale was the one I bought. 5 years, and I've searched on eBay, you know, and I've been watching all the Facebook marketplaces. I've never seen them for sale. That's how rare they are. I don't know what the ES is, but I'm going to guess it's pretty darn low. And these sold out in, you know, pretty much the moment they were in stock, all of them. So they're extremely rare, and they don't go for sale simply because, like I said, they're some of the best statues out there. So, you know, that's a huge reason why I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if I want to sell them. You know, like, these are so good. Every time I walk by them, they impress me. So it's a tough decision. I almost feel like if we want to do other video game statues there, like what I mentioned, it'd be better to sell other statues, even if, yes, I got less money, but keep these and just sell the weaker statues. Now, the only other place I could really fit the orcs that would make sense to me would be in here. Alexa, turn on Transformers room. Now, for me, I think the only way I could make it work for Warcraft would be two options. Sell all that and do Warcraft like amongst this. Which really would fill up, let's just say, those two shelves. You have one free shelf to do something else. Or you'd have to sell, for example, like G.I. Joe and all the creatures and do Warcraft. You could move the turtles there and do Warcraft there. So there's definitely some options. Now, it's difficult to sell Transformer statues. They don't have good resale value. They used to. They actually used to be amazing resale value. Back in the day, you could sell that guy for $3,000. Now, you'll be hard-pressed to even get retail for him. I sold my buddy's Optimus, the newer one that generally retails for $3,000. We sold it for like $1,100. I was tempted to buy it. If I had space, I would have. But they're just really hard to sell. When I think about it, I might be able to get like 900, maybe 1,500, maybe like 700, maybe 1,200, maybe $2,000, $3,000, maybe. And it would take probably 6 months to a year to sell it all. And these are all incredible statues, and it's a movie I absolutely love. So I'm just like, I don't know if I should do it. Maybe I should just keep the Warcraft and just do Tomb Raider down low, Uncharted on like Glass Shelf, call it a day, and just get more commissions at work and sell other statues that are not as good. Transformers are also some of the most detailed, cool statues out there. So it's a tough one, folks. It's like the same person also has to buy my entire Underworld line. He's like, hey, I will buy that, and that for $10,000. And I'm like, yeah, if I'm going to sell that, I'm pretty much just going to sell my whole collection at that point. Like, I'm not looking to completely get out of collecting. There was also, the thoughts of if I went, kind of all out on more video games. I'm going to show you some Photoshops. So here is how Resident Evil is going to kind of look. Now, I could switch this and do the other side, but the nice thing is I'll be able to walk around this dio, so I can really decide where I want to put Nemesis or Jill, although I think this is the best option. I was thinking, okay, well, what if I got, the Penetrator, which was a boss in Demon's Souls, very forgettable, but it's a cool-looking statue, and it represents the game. And then Lady D from Resident Evil 8, absolutely love that game. And Kratos doesn't have to go there. You could also do something else. But yeah, this looks cool, and this would be buying these two statues. You could technically do Ellie and Abby. If you wanted to do like a almost full prem one, Laura's Weta, but this would be cool to get the full dio. And then if you wanted to do the cheaper route, which only encompasses buying that or not even buying it, just doing the Halo helmet, but that's kind of like the cheaper route. Which also does look good. We would do the Ghost of Tsushima poster and maybe Uncharted or Tomb Raider poster there. And, so this would obviously work and look good as well. And then a lot of money in my pocket. So yeah, folks, let me know what you think in the comments below. Should we sell the Warcraft? Or should we just keep it as is? I don't like the idea of selling some of my four best 1/4 scale statues, and then using that exact same 8K to replace it with other statues that are not even close as good. That is what is a big no for me. If I'm going to do it, it should be for the right reasons, which realistically would be, making the lines all appropriate, as well as having money for either paying down my Tesla. Let's say I put 5K towards Tesla, pay it down quicker. Or we, just put it in my statue pre-order savings account, more or less, to ensure we have sufficient money for upcoming statues. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.